Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. Today I'm making a unique custom ring for a customer. It's black ceramic, it's a half inlay with wood from the customer's personal gun stock, and it's engraved on the outside of the ring. Now I'll be using my new metal lathe to prepare the wood inlay, so I'm pretty excited about that. So let's go to the shop and I'll show you the process. Well, here's that rifle stock that the customer sent me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a big piece out of here. Cut this end off and cut some ring blanks out of this piece right here, out of the cheek piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on the bandsaw, and then we'll get this guy into the resin. Probably what I'm going to do is go ahead and sand off this varnish, so the wood will take the resin, and then we'll put them under the resin to stabilize the wood. Well, we got that pieces from the stock cut. There's a beautiful walnut. I went ahead and sanded off the finish. So got a couple pieces and a couple of smaller pieces. I'm not sure if they're big enough to make a ring or whatever, but just a lot of spares. And got the rest of the wood. So we're going to go ahead and take this wood and put it into the resin. So I've got that Battleship Missouri teak. We'll put that in here. Make sure it's all goes under the resin. We'll push all that down. And also, this is walnut from the gun stock of that customer. That customer wanted me to make a custom ring for him, so that's going to go in here in this batch as well. And don't worry, I can tell the difference between walnut and teak, so it's not gonna get mixed up. So okay, put that under there. Some chain on it. Put a little bit more resin in there just to make sure that we got a good coverage, and then we'll put them in the vacuum chamber. We got that wood under the resin. We put on our tempered glass lid. We always use a tempered glass lid. We never use a acrylic lid. A vacuum chamber with an acrylic lid is basically a bomb. Don't use it. So let's go ahead and turn on the vacuum. Alright, the wood's been under the vacuum for a couple hours under the resin, and we're going to go ahead and release the vacuum. Release the vacuum! And then that'll let the air rush back in, not at the air into the vacuum chamber, and then that will push that resin into the wood, because it's still under the resin. Alright, we just let it sit for a couple hours. I'm going to make sure that resin gets nice and infiltrated into that wood. Well, the wood has been sitting under the resin for several hours, so now we're going to go ahead and remove all the weights in the middle, and we're going to put it out on the cookie sheet. So I've got got that wood from that gun stock, a couple of pieces of that, and then the Battleship Missouri wood. Alright, we put the cookies in the oven. It's about 225 for about 90 minutes to set that resin. And like I've said, every time I use this, just tell you, never use one of these for any food once you've done something like this. So, just gotta let it sit, let it cook. Time to get the donuts. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's take them in. Well, we got that black ceramic ring core, and this ring core is like half inlay and half overlay. So, and it has, and I don't know if you can pick this up in the video, it is actually engraved on the outside. So it's got some GPS coordinates engraved on the outside. So that's pretty cool. So I got the piece of wood and I flattened it out on one side just to see how that walnut is, and it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the lathe, flatten it on this side, bore him out, and then get it sized for this inlay core, which is almost 3 millimeters. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and turn him flat. Alright, gonna bore him out with a 22 millimeter Forstner bit. Well, the width of this channel is 2.8 millimeters, 2.81. So what we're going to do is going to put a boring bar in, and I'll have a piece of aluminum here to touch off against, and that'll be our reference 0 point. And then we'll pull out 2.81 millimeters this way, and then bore out this way to leave that 2.81 millimeters of wood. So let's go ahead and do that. So I put this piece of aluminum in, and he's my reference. He's my reference 0 point. And I'll pull him just so I touch him. Okay. Then I turn on my DRO here, and then I'll pull out to 2.81. And I'll just go ahead and turn them on and come this way. So we still have the caliper set at 2.81 millimeters, and there's that little tail sticking out. And if I put that tail in there, you can see it. It is right flush with that. So if I do it this way, maybe see how he's flush. That means he is just the right thickness. So let's take him into the bandsaw, and we'll cut our relief cuts, and then we'll break him. Alright, it's a moment of truth. Break him right there. Dink. We cut him so just that little tiny piece holding, so it don't take much to break it. Let's see how he fits. Oh, he fits perfect. Look at that. That's great. Alright, now we just put some two-part epoxy and epoxy him up. Now that we've broken him and got him ready, let's go and clean him up with denaturing alcohol. We'll clean up the wood first. Just get it good and clean. Just little dust or sawdust off of them, so we get a good clean bond. And do that side, and where that connection will be. Okay. Then we clean up the core, the ceramic core here. Get him good into that channel, so we know he's good and clean, good and clean. I get him good and clean in that channel. Doesn't look like he had anything in him, so that's good. Sometimes they're really clean, sometimes they got a lot of oil and gook in them. You never can tell. So the ring core is like a box of chocolates. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the epoxy ready. Get the little epoxy. And the hardener. And then we take our jeweler's tool here, mix it all up. Sure, get a good mix. Get a good mix. Make sure I'm getting. Yeah, you can see that. Sure, get a good mix. And once we mix it all up, we start with the wood. And get him a nice layer of epoxy on him. Then we put this other side. Gets a good layer of epoxy on him. Then we put some of that channel. This is a. I'm trying not to get any on this ring, because this is has the engraving on the outside, and we don't want to get that all messed up. So just trying to be real careful here, but we do want to make sure we get it all a good layer of epoxy in there. Okay. Alright, and go ahead and bond him. Bond him like this, and then like this. There we go. Give it a little bit of a spin, and then we put a clamp on him. Keep him down clamped. Alrighty, now we just let him sit overnight. and then we'll put them back on the lathe and turn him down to size. It's the next day, and the two-part epoxy has cured on this ring with the outside engraving. So we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess on the bandsaw, this wood, and put them on the lathe and turn that down until it's flush. Actually, maybe a little bit under flush, and then do the finish on this ring. So let's get started on that. Alright, we got him back on the lathe. We're going to hit him with the 800 grit sandpaper just real quick, just to clean up this edge of the finish. And then we'll do the scratch free and the 1, 2, 3. Alright, here's the rest of that GunStock that the customer sent me with the piece cut out of it, and here is the ring that I made from it, and it came out really nice. I mean, it came out really nice. It's sort of a half inlay on a brushed black ceramic with the engraving on the outside, and it came out really nice. So can't wait to send it to the customer. So if you would like a ring made from a GunStock, from the stock of an M1 Garand, from a Major League Baseball bat, from the deck of a battleship, or custom wood that you have that you want to make a ring from, check out hillcountryrings.com. Check out my videos. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would really help the channel and help me make more videos for you. So in the meantime, everybody have a great day. It's a great day here in the Hill Country, and I'd love to make a ring for you. So thanks, everybody.